Okay, this is where I am with tiling the sphere with tiles that are drawn in the flat. And I knew this wasn't going to work, but I also needed to do it to find out why it wouldn't work and hopefully understand how to make it work. And the answer actually came to me. I did it in a dream last night. So the tiles fit together, although you do get some weird artifacts in certain places, and I knew that was going to happen. Like if those two came together like, no, they wouldn't come together like that, they'd come together like that. You get this weird shape. And there are designs with unusual shapes, but I really want to keep this as clean as I can. So the answer that came to me in the dream was how to draw these tiles, and I literally did it in my dream. And it was, I knew that this worked. This right, first of all, these are all, there's only 6 great circles on this sphere, and it divides the sphere into 12 hexagons and 20 triangles, which I find amazing. Just 6 lines, and they're all great circles. Now I know that when I did the map makers gauze, that I had to construct the radius of a projected great circle onto the flat. So I've got that great circle diameter set on this beam compass. Now if I create a certain, now I measured it because I've got no geometrical way I know of doing this. I put a circle around one of the pentagrams, and the radius, the diameter of it is 80 millimeters around the sphere. So if I make a circle and stick it over this, right, first I'll construct it on this, an 80 millimeter circle, divide it up by 10, so I know all my construction points. Then I can overlay a circle onto this of watercolour paper, and construct one of these lines, rotate it 2 marks, so by a 5th draw another one of the lines, and when I've done that 5 times I end up with that pentagram shape in with the right radius to tile this. Then for my other tiles, which are a pentagon with 1 point going down to the equator, and then coming up from the equator, a pentagon with 1 point, 10 of those wrapped around, 2 of these, 1 on each pole, the pentagrams, that will tile it. I think I know how to change the design because I saw something on Instagram of how to use a variant on this pattern to tile it consistently across these triangles. So that's where I am with that. Now I'm doing this so that I can remember what I did in the dream, because you know how easy it is to forget a dream. Now the other thing I want to experiment with, I want to make another sphere, and then I want to cut it through all 6 on the bandsaw, make a jig on the bandsaw, cut it through all 6 of these lines. Every time I cut through one, I'm going to double-sided tape it back together, cut through another, double-sided tape it back together, until it's all divided into however many, 20 32 pieces it will be, and I'll have 12 wedges pentagonal wedges going down to the centre, and I'll have 20 triangular wedges going down to the centre. Now if I remove the triangles, say I remove that triangle, I can slide that pentagon up so that that edge lines up with that edge, and I can do that all the way around and everything lines back up. What do I end up with? Do I end up with a smaller sphere by the time I'm all around it, or do I come to some dead end that I can't see, can't visualise yet? I think it's an experiment that once I'm through with this tiling, I'm going to do that just to see what happens when that happens. All right, thanks.